What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix's new animated series, Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Netflix for granting me the screeners to this new show. They've asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore this review is spoiler-free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review. Yes, the final chapter of this trilogy has arrived, and now that I've watched it, what do I think of Kingdom? Well, as a 90s kid who grew up with that old computer animated series Beast Wars, let me say that the Dinobots showing up in this latest installment are awesome. It got me geeking out the entire time. So cool the way they integrated the storylines like this. And it's more than just a fan service. This time, the drama is more somber and consequential. The characters are haunted by regrets and the ghosts of their past. The Allspark itself is proving to also be problematic. And for both Megatron and Optimus Prime, seeing their descendants standing right in front of them sure puts their own conflict into perspective. One that might significantly change their approach and their viewpoint of each other. Having crash-landed on Earth, the Autobots and the Decepticons are confronted by two rival Cybertronian factions from a future that their conflict has inadvertently created. As the heroes and villains of the classic Beast Wars Transformers series make their War for Cybertron debut, now the Autobots must team up with the Maximals to confront the Decepticons who have joined forces with the Predacons in the race to find the missing Allspark. However, the Predacons are in control of the Golden Disc, a mysterious artifact which has a personal connection to Megatron and gives him an untold advantage over his enemy, Optimus Prime. Which faction will triumph in the final battle that will decide the fate of Cybertron's future? Ah yes, time travel. The most commonly used concept in sci-fi, no matter what the format may be. I mean, we just had Loki series dealing with space-time continuum for crying out loud. Anyway, since this is part of the overarching arc of War for Cybertron trilogy, I don't necessarily need to repeat some of the points that I've already made in my reviews of the previous two chapters, because it's not like each installment is done by different creative teams. If you recall the 90s Beast Wars Transformers show back when we were kids, at the time it was the greatest thing ever, right? This computer animation in its early formative days, and we were easily wowed by it. Today, if you look at it again, the technology obviously doesn't hold up. It doesn't age well. So to see some of those classic characters rejuvenated on this show with a much more detailed, much more elaborate animation, it is a sight for sore eyes. Polygon Pictures Animation Studios did a terrific job with the designs and the way in which both Maximals and Predacons transform. It's more fluid, but you can see and marvel at the movements. All in all, it's a wonderful thing to behold. As for the story, without giving too much away, naturally the Maximals end up siding with the Autobots, and the Predacons end up siding with the Decepticons. The complications that come with that are the distrust and the suspicion stemming from Dinobots' resentment over what they consider to be abandonment or neglect. So, of course, as expected, this compels some of the characters to break off and do their own thing. So, as much as Megatron and Optimus Prime want their respective team to be on the same page, there are just way too many dissenting voices or dissenting opinions. Everybody thinks they know what's best for the group. For this final chapter, the writers dig even deeper. If it hasn't been profound enough yet, It's about to get extra profound. Even the fight scenes have a certain layer of anguish and desperation behind it. It's more than just your textbook power struggle and animosity. And it gets really chatty too. Some of the episodes will overwhelm you with seemingly endless psychedelic visual trip, which is strikingly different from the Transformers adventures that you're used to. Kingdom really brings this entire trilogy to its emotional substantive conclusion. It definitely does not end with a thud.